good, my fellow Imaginites? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another gotcha video. I actually want to talk about the implications of LRing or dropping an LR character versus LRing like an old character. So global players, this is more so for like global players. I don't, Japanese players aren't probably watching this because Rimuru and Milim are already out. Obviously, this is Japanese patch notes. The character should be coming to us on global in like the next 5 days or so. But I just want to talk about how bad it is that they're releasing LR characters just initially. This just has a bad precedent for the future already because they literally have UR festivals, which are more expensive to evolve. LR characters coming out initially are technically more expensive to evolve because yes, they will take the regular amount of materials, but then they still have to take the 6 UR pendants and the 6 UR pendants, 6 red star books, I guess, or I guess I could say 7-star books, and then obviously the 100 medals. Now for collab characters, they're going to be evolving off of dimensional seals versus regular legendary seals. But even though there is a separate platform for evolving these characters, I still just want to talk about why this is necessary. This is a bad thing, or I won't say it's 100% a bad thing, but like no matter how I try to look at it, it seems like a bad thing. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I have a little Google document and I have like a little chart of just like the pros and cons of LRing characters. It's a pretty short list, but I kind of just want to elaborate on what I mean by each point because I mean y'all gonna be able to see it. But let me switch over to that document and then we'll talk about it. This right here is my list of pros and cons. Very short. I just thought about it like a few seconds ago, or honestly, I'm recording this a few minutes after my patch notes video. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and look at that. It's already out. It should be popping up right here. Oh, that was definitely the wrong freaking way. Right over there or something like that. But I already broke down the patch notes and everything, and yes, we're getting an LR character that's dropping as an LR. But we're also getting an LR character that is evolved from an older LR, Rimuru, right? So, let me just tell you my pros and my cons of LRs here, and then we'll go back and look at Milim dropping, and then we'll talk about how many pros are taken away, how many cons are still in there, right? One of the first pros of LR Awakening, right, is the fact that it revives old characters completely. What do I mean by completely? Reviving old characters completely means that the character's passive, ultimate, both of their skills, like everything is reworked. The Holy Relic I'll let slide because that's quite literally a separate system in itself. But still, every single part of a character's kit gets revived. Let me pull up like I'll pull up 2 characters that I think are very good LR characters and just literally read out their kits side by side so we can get an idea of what I'm talking about here. All right, we have LR Liz right here, and I'm gonna have to pull up King separately because the person who used to update the information on the GC database, they don't do that anymore, and it is what it is. But as you can see right here, this Liz right here is the best LR in the game still to this day, just because she's wonderful for PvE content. She has healing capabilities. Her Holy Relic has great healing capabilities. She has a tiny bit of damage here, so like you can use her in like deer and stuff like that, where you require somebody to be hitting something, you know, of a certain color to be hitting, which is good because, you know, she has buffs to protect your team. She has healing. And she also has attacks, so even though she's not going to be the craziest DPS, she can still contribute to things like the deer. When you're not necessarily trying to put in damage, but there is a requirement of how you have to hit the enemy. But as you can see here, her original passive was increases all allies' recovery rate by 10% every time the hero heals an ally. Okay, limit 10 times, so you can boost somebody's recovery rate 100% over the duration of the battle, but you have to heal a bunch of times. And the only way that you can heal with her is on her ultimate, originally. Now she has, in PvE battles, allies' basic stats increase by 6% up to 30% whenever the hero heals an ally. The hero's ultimate move gauge fills up by 1 whenever the hero uses a skill. If the hero uses an attack skill, buffs are removed from the enemy before the skill activates. In all game modes, allies' recovery rate increases by 20% whenever the hero heals an ally. Limit 5 times. So, she's always healing. Not really. She's not always healing, but your team is always healing. But when you use this, you know, you're still getting the healing effect. But you see, right? This all right here is 100% to allies' recovery rate over you trying to proc this 10 times. Now, It's 100% to all allies recovery rate in all game modes. You build it in half the time because it only takes 5 turns and you're getting double the buff, so it literally takes half the time to build. And you have all of this shit right here, brother. Basic stat buffs, 30% heal to filling up your ultimate move gauge so you can get your ultimate faster, get your heals off faster. When you use an attack, you're automatically removing buffs. Like, bro, do you see all this stuff they added to her when they LR'd her? Alright, let me pull up. Oh, hold on. We didn't even look at her skills yet. Wait. This. You still inflict damage equal to 130%. I'll just read the rank 3 version. Inflicts damage equal to 300% of attack on all enemies. Heals HP of all allies equal to 40% of damage though. Okay, what is it now? Deals 30% extra damage and is flood damage, which she is a support character, so she has it doesn't matter how much HP she has really, it's just more so about remaining HP. So it's all relative to your maximum HP. It's not like, oh, your max HP is 200,000 and this character's max HP is 100,000. So since your HP is 200,000, you hit harder whenever you do flood skills. No, it's proportional to how much HP you have left. So she has flood damage, which automatically makes this hit harder, right? And she's constantly healing, so her health is going to be near full most of the time anyway. And she's healing by 50% of the damage that she deals now. So not only is she doing more damage, but she's also healing a higher percentage of the damage that she deals, right? So it's just like, as you can see, adding a thesis statement to her passive, making her original passive proc 2 times as fast, also making it easier for you to get her heals off, giving her more damage and giving more heals from that damage, like proportionally, and a lot goes into making these characters better. Okay, cool. What's this right here? Removes debuff from all allies. I'll read this one on level 1 and on level 3 because it changes a lot. Actually, removes debuff from all allies. Level 1. Removes debuff from all allies and increases defense related stats. This isn't the LR, is it? No. Decreases or removes debuffs and increases all allies' defense related stats by 50% for 3 turns, then removes debuffs on all allies, grants debuff immunity, and then increases defense related stats by 80% for 3 turns. So as you can see here, skill 1, debuff removal. Skill 2, debuff removal with defense related stats. Skill 3, debuff removal, defense related stats, debuff immunity. Okay, what is it now? Level 1, remove debuff, add defense related stats. Level 2, the same thing, but now the defense related stats that you're getting are better. That says 2 turns, 3 turns. What's this up here? This one up here is 3 turns automatically. Okay. Then literally the last one is still removes all debuffs, still grants debuff immunity, but is giving you double the defense related stat buff? No, not double, but 20% more. Still formidable. Like, bro, do you understand what I'm saying? Every single part of her kit has been boosted, like everything. Even though this alone was probably enough, because she also gets the LR stat boost. But then you're telling me you boosted this as well, and this as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know right now, Rimuru, all they did was change his passive. They changed 1%. They boosted 1% buff in his passive by 10%. That is all the changes they did to Rimuru's passive. And then Rimuru's second skill is AoE Infect. Now it's an AoE Infect that does flood damage. That is it. That is all of the changes. Those 2 very tiny basic changes versus a major change here, a solid change here, and a solid change here. What's the ultimate? Heals, I'll read it without King. Heals HP of all allies equal to 420% of attack and fills the ultimate move gauge by 2. What happens now? LR. Still heals by 420, fills the ultimate move gauge by 2, and increases attack related stats by 10% for 2 turns. So, they just made her such a perfect all-rounder. She has decent damage at this point. All these damn buffs she's giving herself. She has the heals. She has the defense. Everybody has the defense. I don't understand why they only gave Rimuru. I understand that Rimuru was like a god when he dropped, but it's not when Rimuru dropped anymore. That was the second slime collab. We're on the third slime collab with UR characters now and LR characters and all that. Like, no, bro. Rimuru, they know damn well Rimuru should have got a full kit buff. And I feel like they were just being lazy. Because, like, somebody, Nog was like, yo, what if they tested out Rimuru after just the LR stats buff? And they were like, okay, he's good enough. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm still excited for Rimuru to come out. I don't care. But I've already looked at Morelli's video. I've already looked at Nog's video. That man, Rimuru's damage doesn't seem like really that much more impressive or anything like that. Like, even on his single target skill. So I'm just kind of like, what were you scared of? What were you holding back on? You should have just boosted everything. Everything should have. Even if you gave him a higher percentage of pierce damage, or even if you gave him a double pierce, whatever. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like they were just being really scared with it. But also, I feel like they were just being really lazy with it. I'm not sure. Like, let's pull up LR King. LR King got crazy buffs. Alright guys, like I said, they don't really update the Grand Prof database anymore, so I had to pull up a video for King once again, courtesy of Nog. But, LR Blue OG Fairy King, right? So, before, his passive was 8% boost to basic stats of Fairy allies? I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Now it's increased specific allies' basic stats by 20%, and when the unit is participating in battle, apply debuff that decreases critical resistance by 40% to all enemies for one turn. If all allies in battlefield are specific allies, ranks up the unit's card for one time only at the start of the battle. Also, if there is an enemy with Petrify effect, increases specific ally damage dealing by 50% of decreased damage taken by and decreases damage taken by 40. So this one's worded a little weird, but now the King's out, we actually know. Basically, King went from getting 8% to just his passive was literally just fairies getting fairy allies 8% in battle. Now it's fairies and giant 20% of basic stats. He also applies debuffs. He also gives himself a rank up at the start if everybody is a fairy or a giant on a team. He also deals more damage if somebody's petrified. And like it's just like, bro, all this upgrade from just 8% to fairy stats. King's busted now, and I couldn't get Rimuru's passive more busted, or I don't know. Anyway, skill 1 is still a petrified, but now has pierce damage added onto it. The skill 2 applies a buff that increases HP related stats by 20% for 2 turns. Then his ultimate increases attack related stats buff for 30% to all allies for 2 turns before he does that big AoE damage, right? But even still, you can see here, like, the skill 1 didn't get that much of a change, but like, boosting, healing, removing debuffs, and then adding HP related stats as well is a very formidable combo, I feel. Giving himself an attack buff before he attacks, since he's not a DPS character necessarily, but more of like a support character, also very good, right? But you can just see King changed a lot. So I don't see why Rimuru wasn't changed too much. Again, I understand how great he was when he first came out, but it's not when he first came out anymore. So Net Marble, I think you flopped on that one. Still excited for him. It's still Rimuru. He's still a Chad, but like, still though. Just think about it. Just be smarter. Back to the good old document. Okay, revival characters completely. We've gone over that point. Gives in-game content. This point, I don't even need to go anywhere else to show it, but like, Heroes Arena. Heroes Arena, maybe not fun for a lot of people, but I'll level with you. Since I've not played the game for like 2 years and then I came back to it, Heroes Arena was completely new to me by the time I got to it. And by the time I came back to the game, I think there was like 7 LRs out, so maybe people were already tired of it, but it's like, I only have one LR character, and that one LR character serves me well. I could see you hating Heroes Arena just because it's a bit intense of a game mode. You need 3 full teams at least to get into there, and you know, if your teams die, then you're gonna need extra teams to supplement the extra damage or finish the job that the first few teams couldn't do, right? Not only that, I feel like if you go second in that game mode, you're basically just not winning. Like, it's in-game content, and some people might hate it, but I feel like there are some people out there who like it, and I know there are people out there who like it, because I come back to the game, and I'm like, I like this. I like it because I haven't been with it too long. Like, I started doing Heroes Arena probably, not this season, but the season before. And I wasn't even doing, like, that crazy. I'm only doing the middle difficulty Challenger, is it? No, I think Challenger might be the top. I do the middle difficulty that your teams have to be at 300,000, like, combat power. combat class. And literally, my combat class was only close to that because I played for like 2-3 years straight beforehand. So, you know, coming back and being able to do that, I do enjoy it. And at the end of the day, whether we enjoy it or not, it is in-game content. It is something that we can do. Now, it does suck that it has the seasons and it's not always there, but at the end of the day, when it is there, it is something else for you to do to make your account better, to polish off. Another reason why LR is wonderful. New costumes. Liz's costume, King's costume, I like it quite a bit. Zudge's costume looks cool. Lost Veins costume looks cool. Lilia always looks good. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? She got the physics. Who else? Margaret's costume, I don't really care that much. I think Gallon's new costume actually looks pretty cool. Like, I think the costumes look good for LR characters, and since it's a brand new rarity, they want to, you know, up the ante. They want to give you that new crazy costume that makes that character feel like extra super premium, right? Because like even a UR festival, like their costumes aren't that crazy, but like LR characters, I feel like you're kind of excited to think about what the LR's costume is going to look like when it comes out. I'm a little disappointed that Rimuru's costume change was literally just shoulder pads, gauntlets, boots. Literally the core costume is the same. It's just the thing he was wearing to Walpurgis. If you don't know what that is, watch Slime. High chance of the hero being owned already. So this is another really great thing about I don't have Grand Cross open, or I do have Grand Cross open, but I think it's auto farming. Let me see. No, my auto farm's done. Perfect enough for me to go make a point. So if we come here and look, right, this, I don't even know when they gave out this Liz. For some reason I can't remember when this Liz came out, but I already had her by the time LR was here. I already had her, you know what I'm saying? This, and plus they do they give her away sometimes? I don't know. But like, y'all don't blame me for these little parts where there's gaps in my knowledge. I told y'all I don't play like that for real anymore. I'm trying to get back into it. Like, this Margaret's old as shit. And this Margaret was a festival, so like a lot of people are gonna have her. Lost Vein is a Meliodas in a festival. A billion people are gonna have him. Come on, do we gotta talk about Green Escanor? Everybody was in love with Green Escanor. Bro, whenever we get to vote every year for who's on the anniversary banner, somehow Green Escanor still ends up on that shit, bro. Even before his LR came out, he would always end up on that shit. Even though that festival character, the new anniversary character, would be an Escanor. And this won't be useless. Escanor's still there. Everybody definitely has this bastard. Come on. Like, bro, LR characters are based off of characters that people already have. They're hype characters. Like, bro, Margaret was hype when she came out, or she was supposed to be, and then she was ass, and they fixed her, and then everybody loved her. This king is given to you at the start of the game for free. And honestly, he was my favorite character in the damn game when I started playing, bro. Like, all these other characters you're just getting for free. Now, Lilia, evil Lilia, you might not have. That is fair. But she's been in the game forever. This Glocks has been in the game forever. This man has come back for 3 collabs, but they're collabs. So understandable if you don't have him. But if you like Slime, I assume you do have him. You probably summoned to the end of the banner. You probably got him by some like way, shape, or form, or something like that, bro. Like, LR characters are just based on characters you already have, and to LR to drop a character that's LR already, like you don't have that character, so like that's an LR missing out of your box. LR is the greatest. LR is the highest rarity in the game. LR is supposed to be a crazy standard of character. Sure, there are some UR characters that are better than LR characters because Netmarble likes to shit the bag sometimes. That's not even. I'm making that a new phrase. Not shit the bag. Not fumble the bag. There's shit in the bag, bro. Netmarble likes to shit the bag sometimes. I can't stop them. I mean, they the ones developing the game, not me. I don't care. And we're not going to talk about the fact that I have these 3 True Awaken and not Liz. By the way, we're not. That didn't just happen. I didn't just say that. That is a deleted clip from your memory. Cool. Back to the document. But yes, there's a very high chance that like even free-to-play players already own the character, and even if you're a newer player trying to get into the game. Like, bro, some of these characters, they are kind of just basically giving away for free. Like, King, you do get for free. Liz, I feel like since I've been playing again, I feel like there has been a celebration where there was. When Percival came out, they dropped that little banner, or maybe it was right before Percival, but they dropped that little banner where you could get Tarmiel, Liz, and one other character for free. And it might not have been Tarmiel, it might have been Freyr instead, but like they gave you 3 free characters on that banner. They gave you the tickets to summon on that banner, and Liz was literally a free character on that banner. Like they give these characters away, right? So LR characters, kind of the intention is that somebody already has the character. And then obviously the last thing, LR characters get big CC boosted teams that they used to be on, that the CC's kind of like mid now. Now, let's move over to the cons. Even though I think Liz and King are wonderful LRs, some of the LRs have extremely lazy designs, like extremely lazy. It's kind of like, why did you even buy that LR's character? LR Lilia came out, she was ass. LR Zell just came out, he was good. I wasn't playing when he came out though, so I don't know how long his reign lasted. But he was pretty impressive when he came out. He probably still is impressive. I could probably still use him now. Like Margaret, I'm not using her. Meliodas, what I think is a lazy design is if the character is just lasting for the month and then the new character comes out and that character is just out of the window or something like that. Or the next LR comes and the old LR just kind of doesn't retain use anymore. Which is crazy to think because all the LRs are different veins of characters. Like, bro, LR Liz, Margaret, Lost Vein, they don't serve the same purpose. But Lost Vein and Margaret are already kind of like shit. Like, I'm only going to work on Margaret because I look up Guild Boss videos, and a lot of the Guild Boss videos I see LR Margaret. So I'm gonna work on her for that reason. But I mean, if she wasn't on those Guild Boss videos, who knows if I ever even would LR her. I mean, obviously I'll LR her eventually because I like to. I'm not really trying to go completionist mode in Grand Cross. I'm just trying to chill, vibe out, enjoy my time. Summon who I want to summon for. But like, I feel like I'm still gonna make an attempt to LR all the characters that can be LR'd. I mean, like, it's a limited thing. There's only 11 of them now with Rimuru and Milim. In Global right now, there's only 9. But I mean, like, only 9 of them? Yes, hero coins are a little hard to get, but they've made so many different easy ways to get them. So it's like, I can go ahead and get ahead of the curve and LR all the characters, just, initially. Unless I want... Plus, it would be smarter to save your LR coins, but you can only hold 200 of them at a time. So, why would you hold 200 LR coins in anticipation of an LR to come out when they don't even drop them regularly? And then the new Heroes Arena comes, and then you're getting all these coins, and you can't... You get the Heroes Arena coins, and you can't buy Legendary coins because your coins are full. I mean, you might as well... Now, if you have all the characters LR already, then yes, that makes sense. So be it. But I feel like, you might as well LR the character, at least, or you're just wasting coins. Because I can't front on you, I would feel really bad if Heroes Arena came by, and I didn't do all the fights the entire time that it was out, and I didn't buy all the hero coins while they were out. And all I bought was all the other stuff just because my hero coins are full. Not even because I don't have because I have all the characters LR already. So I think that they definitely do sell some of these characters on LR. But I mean, it is what it is. Every character can't be God. Every character can't be perfect. If every character was, there would be no point for tier lists. There would be no point for metas. Like, literally, if every character was perfect all the damn time, what would be the point of the damn gacha game, right? I think that LRing characters is expensive. That kind of piggybacks what I was talking about just now. Honestly, bro, like, these two, grindy experience overall and expensive. Yes, Heroes Arena is a grindy experience. Even though I was saying I like Heroes Arena, I know there's probably some people out there who hate doing that shit. When it first came out, I remember Nog was talking about how dog shit it was. But probably, that perspective probably came from the fact that it was the only way to LR characters and how infrequent Heroes Arena comes. Now there's other ways to get it, and it's like Heroes Arena is just one of the ways that you can supplement LR Awakening. So maybe his opinions on it have changed. But me personally, coming back with all these different options for hero coins, I don't think that Hero Arena is that bad. But I know that some people out there probably do think it's bad. And not to mention, I'm only doing it on the level where you have to be at 300,000 KCC. I'm not doing it on the level where you have to be at 340,000 KCC. And on that level, you can't even use like support units. So maybe it's grindy right there. But I literally watched Gohan do it, the greatest damn Grand Cross player to ever breathe or some shit. I watched Gohan do it, and he still kind of powered through it. It didn't look like the wins were as easy at the 300k level, but I mean, obviously when you don't have Tarmiel refilling your health, or Mayel giving you extra damage, or Sario giving you extra damage when you crit, like, obviously it's going to take a little bit longer. And then the last thing about LRs is they be skimping out with them cosmetics. What's crazy is when Rimuru didn't LR in Global yet, and I'm not downloading the JP version just to check it. But one thing that I noticed is Rimuru got an LR costume. His sword didn't look different, But he probably did get an LR sword though. They usually at least give you 2 LR like cosmetic pieces. But it's like, why not give him the full thing? I want an LR headpiece too, especially if I don't like there being LR in this category, LR in this category, and no LR in this category at all. It's like, why can't Rimuru have more health? Shit, he's not like bro, give Rimuru whatever he needs, bro. Rimuru's an old character. I still don't agree with only boosting his passive barely and his skill too barely. I still don't agree with that. And he gets LR stats, yes, and with the LR cosmetic he's getting extra stats, but damn, I can't get an LR headpiece and get a little extra HP, dog. Like LR Liz, she gets an LR headpiece, she gets an LR costume, she doesn't get an LR weapon. Like I'm just like, dude, give us the full LR thing. Like don't just design, because this character's a healer, you design a headpiece and a costume and no weapon. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that. Give me the full LR fit. Give me the full LR drip. This is an LR character, not an LR sometimes, bro. I need the full LR look, bro. But I make all these points to say, Milim dropping as an LR initially, terrible idea, horrible idea, stupid, horrendous idea. Y'all remember that list of pros I just went through? That's conveniently right here, beside this right here. You can't tell because my let me turn those up. Right? Okay. Pro number 1 revives old characters. This ain't an old character, famo. Damn. All right. 2 gives in-game content. This takes away from the in-game content because you literally don't even have to do Heroes Arena, which is a pro and a con, right? Some people are happy about that. Maybe some people like doing Heroes Arena, like I said. But like, you don't do Heroes Arena because it's a different thing and you're just gonna do little collab events to get this. Alright, cool. Pro number 3, new costumes. This doesn't count as a new LR costume. Yes, the costume will be LR in rarity, but if they literally just released a UR Milim, a UR Festival Milim, or like a regular, just like UR SSR Milim, if they gave her that costume at the end of the evolution path, that would have been her costume anyway. This doesn't introduce a new costume or anything like that. Like her costume looked like a regular character's costume. I would keep it a bean with you on an LR character. Like I'm just like, oh okay. Perk number 4, high chance of hero already being owned. Nope, you literally can't own this character. Now, with all these pros right here, do you know what would have made sense? And honestly, you can't. And CC boost, obviously, she's gonna have a high CC. She's an LR. But like, besides CC boost and gives in-game content, you know what could have fixed this, and this? Oh wow! If they just LR'd the fucking Milim that was already out. I fucking caramba. Who knew? Who knew that they could have just LR'd a character that was already out? A character that would have revived, that would have been revived from this. 2, would have had a new costume. And 3, would have been a character most people already own. Even I don't own Milim. I'll tell you that. But bro, you know what's crazy as shit about that? What's crazy about me not owning Milim is, literally when this update drops, day 1, everybody's gonna own Milim. Everybody. If you care, everybody's gonna own Milim. Damn, we could have had an LR Milim right here. You could have gave this Milim the Dragon Berserker type costume. Then you could have dropped Veldora with Xion. Or you could have dropped Diablo with Xion. Because Xion was there before Milim. So dropping Xion and Milim together is weird. Like, Xion has no significance to Milim. This Xion didn't fight Milim. Nothing like that. Like, this Xion went to Walpurgis with Rimuru, where Milim was. That's the only damn relation. Xion literally fought somebody at Walpurgis, but it wasn't Milim. So I'm just like, I don't get what the correlation was. You could have literally LR'd Milim and Rimuru, Milim or Rimuru, or just LR'd Rimuru or something like that, right? Then you could have dropped Xion with Diablo. Oh, why Diablo? Because Diablo is the new secretary of Rimuru in the later seasons. Oh, both of these guys are Rimuru's secretaries. This makes sense. If Diablo is right here, that makes so much sense. Oh, I only have to worry about LRing one character. Or even if I have to LR 2 characters, thank goodness I already had both. You see how that thought process worked right there just now? You see how reasonable that sounded when I said it out loud? Now, I will say, this Milim doesn't have a lazy design. This Milim is insane. Also, evolving her is still going to be expensive. That's still a con because it's still going to cost 6 UR pendants and 6-star books, then 7-star books. I'm sorry. The experience is not as grindy, so it's very good. And I don't know that this Milim's gonna have, like, I don't think this Milim's weapon and hair and costume are all gonna be LR. Plus the costume's pretty big. Like, dude, the costume's basic, bro. That is not a costume for an LR character. Yes, Milim warrants an LR character, but bro, Milim's right here. Bro, they could have dropped anybody. They could have dropped not Guy Crimson. They dropped Guy Crimson. I don't know that Grand Cross's butt cheeks will be able to take that shit. They dropped that man Leon Cromwell. I don't know that Grand Cross's butt cheeks can take that shit. I don't even know if Grand Cross's butt cheeks can take Diablo. Probably could have took Veldora. Nah, Veldora is stronger. Honestly, like, bro, Milim's almost as strong as that. Like, bro, they should have just made this Diablo or some shit. They should have made this Diablo and Xion, the 2 secretaries. All these characters would have been here already. Everybody could have just LR'd these two. But I won't complain because at the end of the day, I'm still going to summon for this new Milim because she's badass. And I'm still going to LR this Rimuru because I already have them. And I'm still hoping I get copies of Rimuru from the banner because my Rimuru is only 1 out of 6. But my whole point is, Netmarble, if you're thinking about doing LR heroes off rip in the future, please don't. Please stop. I know it's hard to say this Milim could have been a UR festival instead, and they don't do festivals on collabs. But if Slime always sets the precedent for new shit, they could have done this. 2 LRs and 1 update, I don't think is a bad thing. I think it's a wonderful thing, actually. Especially because they don't cost a regular amount of materials, so they don't require this regular amount of grinding. But if you want more LRs that are useful in Netmarble, I think you should really just drop an LR a month. Just drop an LR every month or some shit like that. Like, bro, you know how many characters we have in the damn game now? If you drop an LR a month, that's not going to be too overwhelming, I don't feel like. Heroes Arena comes out every month. New characters come out in the month, yes, but everybody's not going to summon for these brand new characters. If you give us LRs, people still get brand new characters. Because, even though it's not a new character, that character was never an LR before. So, Netmarble, what do we learn from this? 1, do not release characters in LR rarity. This is supposed to be something to revive old characters that are dog shit and make them useful again. Not release characters that are LR initially. Fucking stupid. Absolutely fucking horrendous idea. Whoever thought that shit up, you're an idiot. I can't sugarcoat that. I can't say that any nicer. You're a fucking idiot. Whoever thought that shit up. 2, full kit revisal on collab LRs. I will not argue this. That is so stupid that Rimuru got a 10% pierce rate buff and then flood on his other skill. He doesn't even look that impressive when I'm looking at him in videos. I'm still gonna use him when he comes out. I'm still gonna LR him. But bro, the full kit. Come on, dog. How old is this damn character? But yeah, I guess that's really all the point that I wanted to make. And this Milim also has her weapon, her holy relic already. And there is no problem with her being LR already. No problem. You know what the problem is? In 2 years, when the game has far evolved, and we're all the way balls deep in Four Nights Apocalypse, and characters are just doing the most maniacal, ridiculous shit in their kit, what the hell are they gonna do to fix Milim? LR? Oh wait, she already has one. Holy Relic? Oh wait, she already fucking has one. People don't think, bro. If you put the character at the max absolute peak level, how the hell are you gonna fix them later when they're ass? Because Milim's very, very good. But she ain't gonna last forever. Trader Melly didn't last forever. He lasted a long ass time, but he ain't last forever. The one Escanor lasted a long ass time. He ain't last forever. Purgatory Bond. I'm not gonna go on. That's it for the video, man. Netmarble, think more. Netmarble be fumbling so hard on this shit. I be wanting to say big game when I'm talking. Netmarble, get your act together. Holy Relics as soon as a character releases, okay. You've been doing that for a little while now. It's okay. But like LR as soon as a character releases, I don't want to see no more of that shit. That's dumb as hell. You should be LRing characters that people already have. You know that shit. And you should be doing full kits. But that's it for my video. I still don't think LR is a bad thing in general in Grand Cross. I just think they're handling it so poorly. But that's gonna be it for the video, man. That's your boy DEADMANVINCE. I hope y'all enjoyed. And again, go check out the patch notes video because Reamer will be here in like 5, 6 days, some shit like that. Y'all have a good one. Peace.